Yesterday, we packed up Brad's championship baseballs, but today we're going to be packing up Matt's marbles. So I wanted to remind you of the difference between these two boxes and their dimensions. Brad's championship baseballs is a box that is 3 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches, meaning that its volume is 3 times 3 times 3. We know that volume is equal to length times width times height. But yesterday we also explored the idea that no matter which way you place length, width, and height, no matter which direction you place the numbers in, the answer to your equation will probably still be the same because you are doing multiplication. We know that it will be the same. Don't worry. So let's look at our volume then for one of Brad's baseball boxes. This contains one baseball. One of Brad's baseball boxes is going to be 3 times 3, which I like to think of as 9 times 3, right? Making my equation easier for myself. And then I find that my answer is 27 inches cubed, okay? Or cubic inches, which is how we measure volume. We always measure it in cubed units, okay? Or units cubed. They can be written either way. Now, let's take a look at Matt's marbles, okay? Matt's marbles are in a much smaller box. These are only 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. So the volume of his box is 1 inch squared. Today we're going to be thinking a little bit about how many of Matt's marble boxes can we get into Brad's championship baseball boxes. Let's take a look. So here we've taken one of Brad's baseball boxes, this box right here, and we've placed one of Matt's marble boxes inside. So here you can see how much space one of Matt's marble boxes take up. Why don't you take a minute to pause the video and look at this and see how many marbles you think will fit in one of those baseball boxes. Just give it a guess. Maybe do a little estimation. Now that you've had some time to think about it, let's look at our second drawing. This outside box is still one of Brad's baseball boxes, but inside we've layered one layer with 9 of Matt's marbles. You can see that across the bottom would fit 9 of Matt's marbles. Now, how many layers of 9 do you think we could make? How many layers? Maybe you mapped it out in your mind and you said, well, I see that this was 1 inch, and I remember that this was 3 inches total. So if I have 1 inch here, then I could have another 1 inch and another 1 inch. And then you would see how many marble boxes you could fit inside, because we find then that we have 3 by 3 by 3. So we can fit 27 marble boxes inside of one baseball box. All right? So we did our volume equation one last time. That was 3 times 3 times 3. So we found out that there are 27 1-inch squared boxes inside of our baseball box. Today, this information is going to be important because we will be solving a problem packing Matt's marbles. Okay, so let's read our directions. Matt is ready to pack his marbles into packing cartons, large boxes, he got from Brad yesterday. The illustrations show the size from an individually boxed baseball and an individually boxed marble, along with one example of a packing carton. How many marbles will fit into each large carton with the dimensions in units of baseballs below? Show your work. So, what we are finding is how many marbles will fit inside of your packing box. So how many of these little guys will fit inside your packing box of whatever size found here? These are the different sizes, but here's the trick. These sizes are measured in baseball sizes. So if you find the answer to this problem, you're not going to be finding how many of these are in this box. Do you see? So knowing what we talked about and knowing how many marbles fit inside of one baseball box is going to be really important to solving your problem. So let's take a look at number 1 together, okay? We'll do number 1 together. So for problem number 1, I see that the dimensions of my carton are 2 by 6 by 6. Right? So I see that the dimensions of my cartons are 2 by 6 by 6. So first I would absolutely want to solve for that problem. I would start with 2 times 6 times 6, and maybe solve for the 2 times 6 first, which is 12 times 6 again, which equals 72. Now, I know that that means I have 72 baseballs, but I know that I want my measurement to be in marbles. So those 72 baseballs doesn't answer that question because I know that I want my answer, again, to be in marbles. It's really important that I know what my question is asking me before I start solving. So now that I know that I want my answer in marbles, I have to think to myself, well, how many marbles in one baseball? And we have the luck that we just thought about this. So if we remember, we mapped it out and we were able to find that this baseball had 3 layers of 9 baseballs, so it had 27 marbles in it. So I have 72, and then I'm going to multiply it by that 27 marbles to find out marbles per baseball. And then I'm going to find out my answer, okay? So I'm not actually going to solve the answer for you. You are capable of doing that. If you need help with multiplication, I'm sure that your teachers are available, and there are lots of good resources to help you to solve your multiplication problems, okay? So good luck solving today. And when you are finished, you will have one more page to work on. It's just a little graphing and geometry review. This kind of stuff we haven't done for about a week, but it will be on your Unit 6 test, so make sure that you're doing these review pages as well. Okay, good luck today.